Hi, this is Kathianne Lewis, and here's your faith lift for the day, coming to you from the ranchette. I'll just let you zoom around. That's my dog, Finley, and here I am. And if you can see the Buddha. We're on the ranchette, but I still have a Buddha in the praying in the corner. Give you a little idea about where I live. So, my dears, this is the facelift. It's about distraction. When I was learning to drive, only my grandfather was willing to teach me. And I'd be driving down the road and I'd look over and he'd go, "Kathianne!" And I'd be pulling over into a ditch because wherever I looked, that's where I started to go. And it's still the same. Where we look, where we give our attention is probably what we're going to see more of in our life. We're just going to veer over. And I had a similar experience driving on the freeway just a few days ago. I was on the freeway and I was looking over at somebody else, and then I started to critique how they were driving and what might be going on with them and blessing them. And I realized that I was getting out of my lane. See, faith is the substance of things that we hope for. It makes real what we look at or look for, what our intention is. But we need to keep our mind on our intention and not get distracted by stuff that really aren't in our lane. So sometimes we can get distracted about other people's behavior. We can get distracted about what other people are going through, which really isn't in our lane because we have no control over that. I couldn't control what was going on in the car next to me. I couldn't control what I thought might be going on in their head. I could pray for them and bless them, but I had to stay in my lane. And I find that is true also with the way that we pray. Sometimes we pray, we set our intention, we get going straight, and then, unfortunately, we can get distracted and our intention is not on where we're going anymore. Our attention is on, they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing this and they're doing that, and what about this? Recently in a class, there was a wonderful gentleman who really was sincere about wanting to shift his life, and yet he was being distracted by what was happening in the Ukraine area. And yet there's nothing he can do about the Ukraine area. It's not in his lane. Now he can bless them and want the best, but to do the worry, to do the yeah buts, to do the how can I be happy when this is happening, really is a distraction from us moving forward into the life that we want. I think that what the world needs are more people that prove the power of God, that prove that there can be a good for them and they ought to have it, because otherwise human beings get into incredibly unskilled behavior. There's greed in the world because people don't understand that God will support them. There is poverty in the world because people don't understand that God will support them. We need to prove it to ourselves and then be a beacon of God's light and love and blessedness for all around us, our family, our friends, our world in general. It's not that we don't care. In fact, spiritual people care so much that we do a lot of worry for other people instead of just stopping and saying, God is present and God is present in their life. I expect to see something beautiful happen here, not just in my lane, but in that lane. Not the worry, not the distraction of, oh, but. I actually heard somebody say, how can I have a good life when these people aren't having a good life? Well, your good life does not take away their opportunity to have a good life. In fact, if we allow ourselves to have a blessed life, not by our own work, but just because we're open to God's blessing, then we can know for sure and have faith in our prayers for other people. To pray for other people when we've not proven it in our own life doesn't really function very well. It doesn't really serve us or them very well. So today, stay in your lane and build your faith in the presence of God in your life. And then as that faith builds, share it with your family and friends and share it in knowing that God is working in wonderful and mysterious and beneficial ways, not just for us and the people like us, but for all people. For all people. Because God created all people. That's my faith lift for the day. I hope it helps. Bye for now.
I stand in the silence, deafened by the echoes of the truth that flow from this knowing, a collection of the evidence and proof, to trust in creation as itself through me aligns, to know that my wanting more is selfishly divine. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am. A church or a temple, on the ocean or a mountain kissed with snow, so many paths to God, for you are the only place to go, a being with no circumference who centers everywhere, who asks of us only to receive the gifts it's longing to share. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am diving from the cliffs of circumstance to swim in your great abundance. I will not fight the current, but be carried into joy. I know I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. It's what's leading me, pushing me, urging me on. I am seeking my source, and my God is my source. It's my joy and my voice and my life-giving force. I am seeking my God. I am seeking my God. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God. It's what's leading me, pushing me, urging me on. I am seeking my good, and my good is my God.